Happy New Year, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the news from Saba Satellite Channel from Marib. Let's begin with the headlines. President Al-Alimi says sovereign decisions taken to protect the state and prevent violence. Al-Mahra authorities pledge full compliance with emergency decisions. EU reaffirms support for Yemen's unity, warns against escalation. Welcome back and to the details. We begin tonight with the Presidential Leadership Council, where President Rashad Al-Alimi has defended recent sovereign decisions as necessary steps to protect civilians, preserve the state's legal standing, and prevent a dangerous slide into violence. Speaking to the Advisory Council, President Al-Alimi stressed that measures were not intended to escalate tensions, but were a legal and moral response to violations of political consensus and the transitional framework, including the Transfer of Power Declaration and the Riyadh Agreement. He warned against attempts to impose new realities by force in the Eastern Governorates, praised local authorities for securing state institutions, reaffirmed commitment to a just solution to the southern issue through dialogue, and underscored Yemen's strategic partnership with Saudi Arabia as essential to stability and peace. In diplomatic outreach, President of the Presidential Leadership Council, Rashad Al-Alimi, has sent congratulatory cables to several heads of state, reaffirming Yemen's commitment to constructive international relations. President Al-Alimi sent a cable to Abdul Fattah al-Burhan, congratulating him on Sudan's Independence Day and praising Sudan's leadership and people for their continued support for Yemen's unity and efforts to restore state institutions. In a separate message, President Al-Alimi congratulated Guy Parmelin on his election as president of the Swiss Confederation, wishing him success and the Swiss people continued progress and prosperity. Al-Alimi also sent congratulations to Miguel Diaz-Canel on Cuba's National Day, expressing hopes for stronger bilateral relations and continued development for the Cuban people. Another cable was addressed to Peter Pellegrini, marking Slovakia's Republic Day, reaffirming Yemen's commitment to expanding cooperation and friendly ties. And on the ground, local authorities are beginning to implement the presidential decisions aimed at restoring stability in the Eastern Governorates. In a statement, the Al-Mahra local leadership said it is fully prepared to coordinate with the Homeland Shield forces to hand over military camps and vital sites, ensuring a smooth and secure transfer of responsibilities that protects civilians and prevents bloodshed. The statement affirmed support for sovereign decisions issued by the President of the Presidential Leadership Council, stressing they fall within his constitutional duty to safeguard Yemen's sovereignty and territorial integrity. Al-Mahra authorities also welcomed the trust granted to local governors to manage security and administrative affairs during this exceptional period, pledging to uphold stability and public order. The leadership expressed gratitude to Saudi Arabia, praising its continued support for Yemen's security and its role in backing efforts to restore state institutions. Turning to international reactions, the European Union has weighed in on the latest developments in Eastern Yemen. The European Union has renewed its firm commitment to Yemen's unity, sovereignty, and territorial integrity, reaffirming its support for the Presidential Leadership Council and the Yemeni government. In a statement, the EU Foreign Affairs spokesperson Anita Hepper warned that recent developments in the governorates of Hadramaut and Al-Mahra pose new risks to regional stability, including the wider Gulf region. The European Union called on all parties to de-escalate tensions and avoid any steps that could further undermine security in Yemen and the region. In a related context, Arab states continue to line up behind Yemen's legitimate leadership, emphasizing unity and warning against escalation. Morocco and Syria have renewed their support for Yemen's unity, sovereignty, and a comprehensive political settlement under its legitimate authorities. Morocco said it remains firmly committed to backing all efforts aimed at achieving a lasting political solution in Yemen, warning that division and escalation pose risk to regional stability. Rabat also welcomed what it described as the responsible and wise approach adopted by Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates to prevent further escalation and prioritize dialogue. Syria, for its part, reaffirmed its full support for Yemen's unity and its legitimate government, praising regional initiatives that contribute to stability, political dialogue, and the alleviation of humanitarian suffering. Both countries stressed that only a comprehensive political solution can safeguard Yemen's stability and regional security. In a development closely watched by environmental and cultural heritage bodies, Yemen says an international assessment mission has completed a field visit to the Socotra archipelago. Yemen's ambassador to UNESCO, Dr. Mohammed Jumeih, said the organization dispatched an international monitoring mission to Socotra archipelago, a World Natural Heritage Site. The mission, which visited the island last May, is preparing a report to be presented to the World Heritage Committee later this year, following concerns over violations of the 1972 World Heritage Convention. Jumeih said the findings will be formally documented, expressing hope that the report will not lead to Socotra being placed on the World Heritage in Danger list. For continuous updates, stay with Saba Satellite Channel. Thank you for watching and have a good time.